What is the number one trait you need to be successful as an independent contractor, entrepreneur, business owner? The number one thing you need, number one, is to be accountable. Here's the way we measure your accountability, our accountability. Start asking yourself on a daily basis, right? So it doesn't matter, it could be your business, it could be anything you're doing in life. All of the problems, the issues you got, whenever something's not going well, and I've been doing this for a very long time, you figure out how often you say, when somebody says like, hey, how's your business going? Or man, how's it going living wherever? Or how's it going with your workout? Or whatever it is. How's it going with your new job? The minute you start saying, the minute you talk about somebody else over like yourself, I, me, what percentage of the time are you taking accountability for what's going wrong? One of the things that I learned, and I've been doing this for a long time in business, which has allowed me to be successful, it draws people to me. So for instance, when I was getting into life insurance, I was in real estate in '08. I got out of real estate in '08. People were interviewing me for jobs. I already had a job. I was looking at another opportunity. I was going to open another business. And the guy said to me, I bet the reason you got out of real estate is because the market was so bad in '08. I said, no, that wasn't it. He said, what do you mean? I said, well, the market obviously crashed. I mean, I was here, right? All these mortgage derivatives and all the stuff that was happening on Wall Street, and it imploded, and foreclosures went through the roof, and, rates. But that's not why I got out. I said, the reason I switched is I was not prepared for the change in the market. Matter of fact, there was a lot of money to be made when the market did that. A lot of money. I was so busy building up my inventory and all the stuff I had that I wasn't prepared. So I didn't blame me. I didn't blame anybody else. I blamed me. I did blame me. And I'll never forget, a guy said to me, he's quite a bit older, and he said, you'll be very successful because you're one of the most accountable people I've met. And I said, every single thing wrong in my life is my fault. Nobody else's fault. It ain't your fault, ain't his fault, ain't her fault, ain't their fault. It's my fault. Everything that's gone wrong in my life is my fault. Now, everything that's gone right in my life is because God is great and I've been blessed enough, and then I've made some decent decisions, right? But when it's gone wrong, my fault. Now, what percentage of the time and I'm telling you, this is not scientific, but I can tell you that broke-minded people, whether they're broke financially or not, 90% of the time when something goes wrong, it's somebody else's fault. I was late, but it wasn't my fault. It was traffic. Well, motherfucker, you could have got, you know how many times I've been late? 0%. You watching this? I've never been late, ever. Never, 0%. I'm never late, not late, never late. If I don't show up, I'm dead. 0% of the time, I'm late. Why? Because if it takes me 45 minutes to get somewhere, I leave and I get 90 minutes. You go, that's stupid. Okay, I've never been late. 0. And because I've never been late, people trust me to show up, which means they want to be in business with me. They want to hang out with me. They want to follow me. They need to be led. But me, that's a simple thing to do, right? No, it wasn't the traffic. No, but you understand. No, I do understand. You didn't leave an hour and a half early. No, it took 45 minutes. You chose to do that. Well, my new job, it's my boss. Okay, it's your boss's reaction to you. You don't understand, he's just a terrible boss. He's everybody else's boss as well. And if the job's so bad and he makes it so unbearable, then why don't you just quit and get another job? Because if he's so unbearable that you got to get out, there's nothing you can do about it. Well, it's not that bad. Okay, so it's bearable. Yes. Why don't you, well, I'd be successful. I just don't have any money. I can't, it's not my fault. I cannot tell you the last time I said, it's not my fault. I couldn't even, I'm like trying to think, I'm like, no, because I'm accountable, I'm not a punk. If it's my fault. If somebody else is involved in something and I'm not involved, well, I wouldn't even be talking about it being my fault or not. That's two people down the street. I'm not even around. I wouldn't even be having that conversation. But anything that involves me, that's a mistake I made, that's an issue I had, that's something I've done, that's my fault. Period, end of story. And it becomes very empowering when you deal with things head on. So you're trying to become successful, and people go, I lack experience. No, I lack the knowledge. I wish my business acumen was higher. I had the highest level of accountability. That's why I could go from college that nobody ever heard of, broke upbringing, nobody around me breathing life into me. I do something now, people around me that I grew up with still tell me, not to my face, but why'd you say that? Why'd you do that? Motherfucker, I didn't ask you. I mean, it's what they do. Hell, I get it from like my mom will do it. Well, why do you tell? What do you care? It's true. What does it matter to you? So at the end of the day, I didn't have any of those things, but I had this. And the people that were successful didn't think I had a better business acumen, knew I didn't have a better education, didn't think I was like uber, like unbelievably talented, but they knew I was a grown ass man who was accountable for what he did or didn't do. Doesn't mean I don't make mistakes, make plenty of them. I make plenty of them. You can't judge me, God can, but I make plenty of them. But when I do this. You take people in situations they've been through, right? It depends on when like your age, right? You see people go through things. And it's like, dude, if you just said like, my bad, like you used steroids, you played professional sports, they caught you, that was a violation of the rules, they completely caught you, and then one dude's like, yeah, I did it. Like they caught him, but instead of going like, what are you talking about? They messed with my sample, he's like, I did it. Here's why I did it. I knew it was against the rules. I did it. My bad. And then like people don't seem to care anymore. Why? Because we want accountability and we know everybody makes a mistake. Then another guy's like, I didn't do that. The guy obviously took the sample. He doctored it. I've never done that. I know I gained 50 pounds of muscle in a year, but I didn't do it. Oh my God, I didn't. No, my head got this big. My forehead got this big, but I never did that. It's a complete lie. And we get pissed because the lack of accountability insinuates that we're stupid. That wasn't my fault I was late to the meeting. You're like, what? It wasn't my fault. It was the guy downstairs. I was trying to get... Not my fault I didn't get the report done. What? Yeah, it's just not my fault. There was a malfunction with the printer, and then this is just not my fault. And then we get to a point where we are indifferent to people that are unaccountable. We don't listen to them anymore because we know what they're going to say. It's not their fault. Guess what? You're where you want to be? Good for you. Keep kicking ass. You're not? It's your fault. When I'm not, it's my fault. It ain't nobody else's. Accountability is the key. Without it, you ain't got a shot. With it, you can do about whatever you want. So I appreciate your time. Like, subscribe, share. Get this to somebody that needs to be accountable. Get it to somebody that's already accountable and go, man, you're so accountable. I wanted to share this with you. And thanks for your time.